Good morning, everyone. We're glad to present SwapHub, a campus marketplace available for everyone on the Loyola campus in order to buy, sell, or trade any item between students. Our main goal is to connect students and for them to feel more comfortable by knowing that their items are only going to be reviewed by other students. Who will price more fairly and will avoid any sort of fraud or just being in an uncomfortable situation with the strangers, and also have the proximity of being with people around the area. So first we wanted to show the layout itself. Anyone without logging in can see all the items that are available. Here we have a few counters of relevant data, including the total amount of posts, the categories which have items available right now. And as we can see here, we can see the price, a little description, and some photos of the items. So first I wanted to highlight security-wise, even though here are the categories and then here are the items. If we wanted to, for example, buy this book, we will go to inspect the listing. And here we can see Francisco is the seller, but we won't be able to contact him or get any information from the user because we haven't logged in. So here we can see it says you must be signed in. So all the student data is protected up to the point in which you sign in. So let's go ahead and sign in before exploring the rest of the site. To sign in, we inputted some data validation so that it's required to be a LUC email. So for example, if we wanted to try to use some Hotmail or other sort of emails, here we can see that the sign-in is blocked because it must be luc.edu. And the reason why we decided to do Magic Link was because for the scope of the class, and also in general, we wanted to make sure the platform was secure. So in this case, we personally are not storing users' passwords as is passwordless. We're just trusting that it's safer for the students to have logged in on their Outlook, so checking their email, and then not personally storing any password from that end. So we send a magic link to the email. Here, when we click it, we can see it was sent. And we can go to our email. Here we can see other attempts that I personally tried before. So here it is, the most recent one. And yeah, right now we kept it pretty simple. But we hope in the future to also make it aesthetically more fuller after that. And here we can see if when we click login, which the user has 5 minutes from the moment that they click it, that here we are. Now we're logged in and we can see our name here. And because now we're logged in, we unlock finally seeing like the actual contact information. Like it will just pop up the email or whichever information the user prefers to input. But we're using mainly emails. So going back to the details, when we want to try to list an item, we can put the title of the item, some brief descriptions such as if it's new or from which year, any technical aspect of it, and then we are allowing the users to input the following format of images. We kept it limited to 5 megabytes because of our current Supabase storage allocation. And then we, by default, inputted these categories, which we think are the most common in between college students. And here we can put the price and then publishing the item. So yeah, this is, also the search. So for example, if we're looking for MacBook, can run the search, and there it is. Right now there is only one listed, again, just for the purposes of the demo. And here, this is how we find it. We could also look up by category. Here, let's see what textbooks, for example, and then we can eliminate the word. And then we can see here's the book. And yeah, just reset everything back to normal. And here we can go back to the feed. And that's it. That's mainly how it will work. Also, when we see some item, the users are able to rank each other too with reviews. But that will be. And one last thing is that when we go to our profile, we can put a profile photo or name, the preferred way that you want to be communicated with, which campus you are. We input it which year here automatically with the ones available. Some bio so that the person can describe themselves, your home city, just in case maybe in the summer, winter breaks, they can also share some of their items. And here is where we can see like if someone else gives you a review, and also the reviews that you have given. So just so that people can have a better idea of how the person is as a seller, but also as a buyer. So that is a more fair review of the complete interaction with people. And here we can see the listings that the user has created itself. Right now we have them all active, but you can easily mark once you sold it that it was sold, or it will automatically after 30 days be marked as expired. So this is how we have the profile set up, and here we can go back to the feed. Thank you so much.